The morning light slips quietly through the curtains. A soft breeze carries the scent of jasmine from the garden. You hear the faint chirping of birds, steady and calm. It feels like the world is taking a deep breath with you. Welcome back to Moments of Movement, a place where we slow down, listen, and reconnect with our bodies. Today, we begin with something simple: your shoulders. Those quiet companions that have held you through every season. They've lifted, reached, carried, and comforted. But sometimes they forget how to rest. You might notice a little tension hiding there this morning. A familiar stiffness that whispers for attention. That's okay, because today we're giving them time to soften, to breathe, to find calm again. No rush, no pressure, just gentle movement and steady breath. This is your space to feel safe, supported, and present. Let's begin this slow shoulder stretch together. Inhale deeply and let the air expand your chest. Exhale slowly and feel the weight melt away. You're here now, exactly where you need to be. The morning sun rests softly on the window pane. Evelyn sits in her favorite chair, wrapped in a light blanket. The house is quiet except for the ticking clock on the wall. She feels the warmth of her teacup against her palms. It's a new day, slow and peaceful, just the way she likes it. But as she moves to take a sip, she feels it again, that tightness. A familiar weight sitting across her shoulders, quiet but firm. It has been there for weeks, maybe months, maybe years. She rolls her shoulders slightly, hoping it fades. It doesn't. Instead, it reminds her of all the mornings she ignored it. All the time she thought, I'll stretch later. But later never came. She looks out the window and watches the sun climb higher. The light touches the old oak tree in her garden. Its branches stretch effortlessly toward the sky. She smiles softly. Maybe she could stretch like that too. Not to reach far, not to impress anyone. Just to feel ease again. Her granddaughter's voice echoes in her memory. Grandma, remember to move your shoulders gently every morning. She had laughed at the time, waving it off. Now she thinks her granddaughter might be right. The smallest habits bring the biggest peace. Evelyn sets her tea down and takes a long breath in. Her shoulders rise slightly, tense and unsure. She exhales, letting them fall back down. The movement feels small but comforting. She does it again, slower this time. Inhale. Exhale. Her shoulders begin to trust her again. She can feel the warmth spreading across her upper back. It's not pain, not stiffness anymore. It's awareness. Her mind starts to quiet as her body begins to listen. The morning feels different now, lighter somehow. Each breath seems to open a window inside her chest. She looks toward the light again. The oak tree outside sways gently in the wind. Its movement is unhurried, graceful, natural. Evelyn decides to follow its rhythm. She closes her eyes, straightens her spine, and breathes. With each inhale, she imagines drawing sunlight into her shoulders. With each exhale, she lets the heaviness dissolve into the air. A soft sigh escapes her lips. It feels like releasing years of quiet burden. The ticking clock continues, steady and patient. The house no longer feels silent. It feels alive, breathing with her. Her shoulders start to loosen a little more. The right one drops lower, the left follows gently after. The tension that once felt permanent begins to fade. It's as if her body is remembering something it forgot. That peace isn't found in stillness, but in slow motion. Evelyn smiles faintly. Her tea is still warm. The sun is higher now, brushing her face with gold. She whispers to herself, "This feels good." And in that moment, she isn't thinking of pain or age. She's thinking of movement, of softness, of the simple joy of being here. Her morning stretch has begun, quietly and beautifully. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. And that, she realizes, is enough. Evelyn stays seated in her chair, feeling the quiet hum of the morning. Her breath flows gently, slow and steady, like ripples on calm water. She places both feet flat on the floor, grounding herself in the moment. Her palms rest softly on her thighs, fingers relaxed, shoulders heavy. The room feels still, almost sacred in its simplicity. She hears the faint rustle of leaves outside, the whisper of life beginning. "Let's start," she says softly to herself, almost a promise. She rolls her shoulders up toward her ears, slow and mindful. The movement feels small but alive, as if her body is awakening. Then she lets them drop down, heavy and loose, with a gentle sigh. The sound of her exhale fills the room like quiet music. She repeats it again: lift, hold, release. Each motion softer, deeper, freer. Her muscles respond like old friends rediscovering trust. She breathes in, shoulders rise. She breathes out, they fall. It becomes a rhythm, a dance between tension and peace. Her body starts to warm, the stiffness fading into motion. Evelyn smiles without realizing it. It's been so long since she moved this slowly, this kindly. No rush, no expectation. Just the gentle reminder that she's still strong, still capable. The sunlight grows brighter on her skin. It feels like quiet encouragement from the world outside. She tilts her head slightly to one side, stretching her neck. The movement is tender, careful, like turning the page of an old book. Then she lets it return to center and switches to the other side. A light crack, a small release, and a soft chuckle follows. "Still working," she whispers with warmth. She draws in another deep breath, letting her ribs expand fully. The air feels cool going in, calm going out. Her body feels lighter now, her heart quieter. For a moment, she just sits there breathing, listening to the simple rhythm of life moving through her. Then she circles her shoulders back, slow and wide. The motion feels like painting invisible circles in the air. Each circle smooths out a piece of tension, a piece of yesterday. Her back starts to straighten naturally. Her chest opens, her breath deepens. The weight that used to sit behind her collarbone is gone. Instead, there's space, soft, open, kind. She rolls her shoulders forward this time, slow and even. The sound of her breath syncs with the movement. The world narrows to this simple act of care. No noise, no distractions, only presence. The clock ticks softly in the background, steady as her breath. She feels time stretch, slower, gentler, forgiving. Her shoulders now move without hesitation, free and fluid. It feels like a small victory, quiet but real. She opens her eyes, noticing how warm her hands feel. Her fingertips buzz with calm energy. Her body hums with quiet gratitude. This, she realizes, is what her body has been asking for. Not more effort, but more gentleness. She closes her eyes again, smiling softly. Inhale, peace. Exhale, release. Her morning stretch continues, not as exercise, but as a love letter to herself. Evelyn lets her breath settle, steady and soft. The warmth spreads gently through her back and shoulders. She feels ready to move a little deeper, a little freer. "Let's make small circles," she whispers, remembering her granddaughter's voice. Her right shoulder moves first, slow and round, like tracing the edge of the moon. The motion is smooth but hesitant at first, as if testing forgotten space. The circle grows wider, fuller, the muscles stretching with each turn. She exhales as she rolls it backward, feeling the quiet release unfold. Then she changes direction, rolling forward this time, slow and mindful. The air hums softly around her as her breath matches the rhythm. She can almost hear the sound of her joints sighing with relief. Her body speaks through movement now, not through pain. The tension melts into gentle waves of motion. She switches to the left shoulder, repeating the same calm circles. It feels different on this side, tighter, slower, a bit shy. She smiles, patient, kind to her own limits. "Take your time," she murmurs softly, as if comforting a friend. The left shoulder loosens with each round, like thawing frost in sunlight. She breathes deeply, letting her chest open a little wider. The circles grow more even now, right and left moving in quiet harmony. She feels her upper body wake, graceful and alive. Her spine straightens without effort, her breath flowing freely again. The warmth of the sun reaches across her face, gentle and golden. It feels like encouragement, like the world reminding her she's doing well. She pauses for a moment, letting her hands rest on her knees. Her heartbeat feels calm, steady, grounded. She takes a sip of air, slow and deliberate. The sound of the clock fades into the background. It's just her and the movement, soft and timeless. She starts again, this time rolling both shoulders together. The motion feels like waves washing over a quiet shore. Her breath leads the rhythm. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale, soften. Each cycle brings more ease, more presence, more peace. She closes her eyes, letting her body remember the motion by feel alone. The circles become smaller, gentler, almost invisible now. But she can still sense the calm energy moving through her shoulders. It's as if she's stirring light inside her chest. Every rotation releases another layer of tension she didn't know she held. She feels years of stillness unraveling quietly, kindly. No strain, no rush, only the steady grace of slowing down. Her breath deepens again, low and full. She notices the way her shoulders rest lower than before. The corners of her lips lift into a quiet smile. It's not joy exactly, it's peace, deeper and more lasting. The kind that comes when you listen to what your body needs. Her arms feel lighter, her chest open, her spirit calm. She takes one last circle, smooth and slow. Then she stops, lets the silence return. The stillness feels softer now, not heavy. It's the kind of stillness that holds warmth, not emptiness. Evelyn opens her eyes and whispers, "That feels better." And in that gentle breath she knows she's moving toward healing, one circle at a time. Evelyn sits quietly for a moment, her breath soft and steady. The gentle warmth now flows through her shoulders and down her arms. She feels lighter, like a slow breeze passing through an open window. Her body seems to whisper, asking for one more stretch, one deeper release. She listens, smiling to herself, and lifts her arms slowly toward the sky. The motion is smooth, deliberate, almost like prayer. Her fingertips reach upward, her palms facing each other. The air feels cool against her skin, her breath warm and calm. She inhales deeply, feeling her ribs expand with quiet strength. Her shoulders rise slightly, carrying years of movement and memory. Then she exhales, lowering them gently, letting go of tension once more. It feels like releasing a story she's carried for too long. She lifts her arms again, slower this time, noticing each sensation. The stretch moves through her chest, her neck, her back. Everything inside her seems to lengthen, soften, breathe. For a moment she keeps her hands above her head, still and strong. Her mind drifts to the garden outside, the sunlight touching the leaves. She remembers hanging laundry years ago, arms raised just like this. She remembers lifting her children, holding them close to her heart. Her shoulders have done so much, worked through so many seasons. Now they deserve this kindness, this softness, this care. She exhales again, letting her hands float back down to her sides. Her arms feel warm and free, as though wrapped in quiet gratitude. She rolls her shoulders once more, slow and wide, enjoying the ease. The stiffness that once felt like stone is now a fading memory. She lifts her arms forward this time, reaching straight ahead. Her fingertips stretch outward, long and gentle, no strain, just flow. Her breath steadies the movement, inhale to reach, exhale to release. Each motion feels like washing away old fatigue, old worries. Her body moves with grace, no resistance, no urgency. It's like a conversation with herself, patient, kind, forgiving. She tilts her chin slightly up and lets her heart open wider. A faint tingle runs through her shoulders, not pain but awakening. She can feel energy moving, quiet and alive within her arms. She holds the stretch for a few heartbeats, still breathing deeply. Then she relaxes, allowing her arms to drop and rest again. Her shoulders sink into a softness she hasn't felt in years. She realizes she's not just stretching muscles, she's stretching time. Every motion carries a piece of her story, her resilience, her peace. She closes her eyes again, feeling the calm pulse through her veins. The morning air feels lighter, as though the room itself is breathing. Her thoughts slow, her heartbeat gentle, her presence whole. The sun has now climbed higher, warming her face with a golden touch. She takes one last deep inhale, long and nourishing. Exhale slow, smooth, releasing what no longer needs to stay. Her shoulders rest now, calm and balanced, open and strong. Evelyn whispers softly, "Thank you." And in that quiet moment, it's unclear who she's thanking, her body, her breath, or the gentle stillness that has returned to her life. The room feels softer now, filled with quiet warmth. Evelyn closes her eyes, resting her palms gently on her thighs. Her body sways slightly with the rhythm of her breath. Inhale through the nose, slow and deep. Exhale through the lips, long and quiet. Each breath feels like a wave washing over her shoulders. The movement no longer needs effort, it flows on its own. Her chest expands like an opening flower, calm and free. She can feel her shoulders melting, loosening, breathing. For the first time in a long while, her body feels light. She lets her attention settle on her breath, nothing else. The sound of her inhale is soft, the exhale even softer. She pictures her shoulders like clouds drifting in the sky. They rise with each inhale, they float down with each exhale. No rush, no weight, no expectation, only peace. Her heartbeat slows, matching the rhythm of her breathing. The world outside feels distant, but her inner world glows gently. Each breath she takes feels like a message of care. It says, "You are safe, you are here, you are enough." Her mind begins to quiet, her thoughts drift away. The tension she carried for years is no longer there. Only the gentle hum of life moving through her body remains. She remembers days when she rushed through everything, when her body asked for rest but she didn't listen. Now she understands stillness is not laziness, it's healing. She takes another deep breath, slow and patient. Her shoulders lift just a little, then fall, relaxed and open. She can almost feel the air tracing lines of calm across her skin. Her breath connects her mind, her body and her memories. Every inhale feels like forgiveness. Every exhale feels like release. She sits taller without forcing it, her spine aligning naturally. The light from the window touches her face gently. Her lips part into a quiet smile that no one else sees. It's the kind of smile born from gratitude, not joy. Gratitude for the body that still moves, still breathes, still feels. Her fingers twitch slightly, alive with soft energy. She imagines the air traveling from her lungs to her shoulders. It spreads warmth there, easing every muscle, every line of strain. Her body feels lighter than the air around her. Her heart feels steadier, more grounded, more present. This isn't just stretching anymore, it's remembering how to live slowly. She breathes again, the sound like a soft ocean in the distance. Inhale, exhale. Each cycle brings more peace, more clarity, more love. The world outside moves fast, but she no longer does. She's learned to move at the speed of breath. She's learned that healing happens in silence. Her shoulders no longer ache. They simply exist, free and calm. Her body hums with quiet strength, her soul with ease. Evelyn whispers to herself, "I can breathe again." And in that moment she knows her breath is not just air. It's life, it's comfort, it's her gentle return to peace. The morning has turned golden now, warm and alive. Evelyn opens her eyes slowly, as if waking from a quiet dream. The room glows softly, sunlight spilling across the wooden floor. She feels calm in a way that words can't quite describe. Her shoulders rest lower, her breath deeper, her heart steady. The air feels lighter, filled with quiet gratitude. She takes a gentle breath in, letting it travel through her chest. It reaches her shoulders, soft and open, no longer tense. Every muscle feels heard, every joint at peace. She moves her arms one last time, small, slow motions. A lift, a roll, a stretch, graceful, unforced, alive. Her body remembers now how to move without pain. She realizes healing doesn't always come with effort. Sometimes it comes with stillness, patience, and breath. She lets her hands fall back to her lap and smiles faintly. The silence in the room feels like a friend sitting beside her. Outside, the birds sing a little louder, or maybe she just hears better. She sits for a while, simply breathing, simply being. Every inhale feels like light, every exhale like release. Her shoulders no longer carry the weight of days gone by. They rest easily, as if they've been forgiven. She thinks of all the mornings she rushed, all the years she ignored her body. Now she understands, the body always remembers kindness. And it always returns it. The warmth she feels now is not just physical. It's something deeper, a peace that sits quietly in her bones. She feels proud, not for what she did, but for how gently she did it. There's power in softness, she thinks. There's strength in slowing down. She tilts her head back slightly and lets the sunlight touch her face. It feels like a blessing, simple and pure. Her mind is still, her heart content. The world outside moves fast, but she doesn't need to chase it. She has found her rhythm, slow, steady, human. Evelyn whispers to herself, "This is enough." She doesn't mean the stretch. She means the moment, the breath, the life she's in. The gentle ache in her shoulders now feels like a reminder of effort, not pain. Proof that she showed up for herself today. And maybe, she thinks, that's all any day really asks. To show up. To breathe. To be kind to the body that carries you. She sits quietly, hands resting on her knees. A soft exhale leaves her lips, carrying away the last bit of strain. Her shoulders rest perfectly still now, calm and loose. Her heartbeat and breath move in unison, smooth and natural. For a long moment, she doesn't move at all. She just exists, whole and peaceful. When she finally stands, her steps are light, her posture tall. The weight she once carried has turned into grace. The morning stretches ahead, bright and open, waiting for her. Evelyn smiles once more, whispering, "Thank you, body." And as she walks toward the window, her shoulders remain soft. Proof that peace can be found not in doing more, but in doing gently. The music fades into a soft whisper of wind. Evelyn stands by the window, watching the light dance on the leaves. Her shoulders feel free, her breath calm and deep. She doesn't think about exercise anymore. She thinks about peace. Every breath feels like a quiet thank you to her body. Every stretch like a promise to listen a little more. She realizes healing was never about moving fast. It was about slowing down enough to feel. She takes one last deep inhale, letting the air fill her lungs. Exhales slowly, gently, completely. The morning feels whole, like the world is breathing with her. She smiles, soft and grateful, her heart at ease. This is where peace begins, she whispers to herself. Not in effort, not in control, but in gentle presence. The sound of birds fades into a distant calm. Her breath remains steady, her shoulders light as air. And in this stillness, Evelyn knows she's home in her body again. The music swells softly, carrying her calm into the day. Until next time, breathe slow, move kind, and let your shoulders rest. You are exactly where you need to be.